right, let's get started. Menu number 6, beef taco filling. But before we get going, I would like to correct a few things that I had fucked up on my last unboxing Amazon video with the 1994 The Flintstones 4K Stone Book. Anyways, so my first mistake was that I, for the life of me, I could not remember the actress that played Wilma Flintstone, Fred Flintstone's wife in the movie. But, so I don't know why I couldn't remember, since I am a fan of the movie. I don't know why I couldn't remember. I don't know. You would think somebody who was a fan of the movie would know, but apparently, oh well. I'm sorry, I made a mistake, but that actress is Elizabeth Perkins. Elizabeth Perkins. My second mistake was that the character that Rosie O'Donnell had played, I could not remember Barney Rubble's wife's name. But later on, I could remember, and it was Betty Rebel. Well, not is or was. It is Betty Rebel, played by Rosie O'Donnell. My third mistake, which I don't know how I fucked that one up, because it only makes sense. On the 4K disc of excuse me, on the 4K disc of the Flintstones, I had said it was an elephant. The picture on there, I had said it was an elephant, and stupid me, duh. How could I possibly call it an elephant? It would be, technically, I should have known, given, the Flintstones, the caveman era. It would only make sense for it to be a mastodon, and I don't know why I said an elephant, but it was a mastodon, picture of a mastodon that was on the 4K disc. Anyway, so these are my opinions. I am bad, and let's get this started on this menu number 6 beef taco filling review, unveiling and consuming review. This is here we go, an MRE, which stands for meal ready to eat, as it says right there. And I got my plate, I got my water, you'll find out what that's for. I got my scissors to open it up, because I'm a poor little weakling. But we're going to open this bitch up, and we're going to get started on this, hold on, I don't want to, there we go, this MRE. Anyway, so, let's, alright, cut this bitch open. I'm doing this one-handed. And let's open it up. There we go. Anyways, so what's the first thing here? Let's put this off to the side. There's another piece of garbage. Alright, first thing here we got. Let's turn it around. Here we go. Alright. Oops. This is our, can you see that? There you go. Alright, the taco filling. Anyways, MREs. They are shelf-sustaining meals, all in one package that they pass out to the military. Or they're good for camping, or out there on that good old dusty trail. Anyways, what's this? Looks like we got some rice and beans. That sounds good. That would be the side. What else do we got here? And then these look like, yep, here we go. Some tortillas. There's probably only 2 in there. What else do we got here? All right, what else? I'm excited to eat this. All right, some cheese spread. Here we go. What else do we got here? All right. Oh, right. Some nuts and raisin mix. So it's kind of like a trail mix for your protein and dried fruit. Get your nutrients. What else do we got here? All right, this is your orange beverage mix. It's like Gatorade. What else? All right, this is your accessories pack. There's some gum in there, toilet paper, some coffee creamer, some instant coffee, some Splenda, some sugar. There should be a moist towelette in there. Yeah. So we'll open that up in a little bit. What else do we got here? Your standard issued GI spoon. Yeah, there's everything in here. There's a full meal in the bag. It's all air compressed. So they vacuum seal it. And this is your heater. Alrighty, you'll see what that's for in a second. And this is your hot beverage bag. Alright, and then last but not least, we have our cardboard sleeve to keep it all warm. You'll see what I'm doing. Anyway, these are all vacuum sealed. They're shelf sustaining, so therefore, they're good. For your bomb shelters, just in case there's an emergency, camping. They issue them to the military. They're good for when you're out there on that dusty trail. Anyway, for anything really. They're good. They taste good. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with them. I've had them quite a few times, but this is all your nutrients facts. Like I said, they're good for camping. Yeah, they're good for all kinds of just anything. Then they're shelf sustaining, and they hold up anywhere from 10 to 50 years, depending on which one they are. But yeah, so they're good. So let's get this going. 1 second. So what we are going to do is so we're gonna take the rice and beans and the taco filling, and we are going to, this is where this comes in. So this is the heater. What you are going to do is we're going to open it up right there, and we are going to, what we're going to do is, what you want to do is you put your, you fill up the, up to that line right there, right between those two lines. You fill up some water right between those two lines, and then it's like a chemical reaction, and what it does is that it heats the food up, and it makes it, from my experience in the past, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it like hot. It makes it like a little bit above lukewarm, but you know, who knows. But what I like to do is, what you should do is, you know, the main entree, or however you want to, put that directly on the heater, and then put the other one on top of it, and then you just rotate them around. So that's what we're going to try to do, so we can heat them both up together. But usually I end up heating, sticking them in the microwave. But if you know, obviously, if you're out there on that dusty trail, out there in that wilderness, that wild west. Oh, fuck, I'm retarded. These videos are rated R, by the way. You know, you don't have a microwave available to you. What you can do is stick them in a pot of boiling water. Probably for about 10 minutes or so. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to open this up. So hold on, give me a second. I'm just going to kind of get my scissors going. Here we go. All right. I just cut that off. We're just going to set that off the side. I'm going to make sure I, you know, keep all my garbage. Why can't it pick up? Keep all my garbage together. That way. Hold on, I'm gonna set the phone down. Keep all my garbage together. That way, you know, it doesn't get all over the place. And it's respectful, but just always throw your garbage away. You know, don't leave it out for somebody else to pick up. That's not cool. You know, don't be an asshole. Don't throw it on the ground. Pick up your garbage. It's not hard to do. If there's not a trash can, stick it in a bag and save it for later. Anyway, so as you can see, here we go. I got it open, and you can see inside there's that heating pad. All right, this is where the magic happens. So I'm gonna take my two entrees, my taco filling, and my beans. So I'm gonna put my taco filling. Well, what I'm gonna do first, hold on, I skipped a step. All right. So I skipped a step. I'm sorry. As you can see, I put water in there, and it's just barely above that line. So I'm going to probably put a little bit more in there. All right. Okay. All right. It's right. Hold on. I don't know if you can see it, but hold on. I dump a little bit out. Hold on. There we go. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but the water level is right where it should be. It's right between the two lines. So I'm gonna take where are we at? The taco filling. I'm gonna put it inside the bag, right on top of that heater. That way it gets hot. And I'm gonna put the beans. I wish I could put like the heater in the center between the beans and the taco filling, but I can't. Put the beans. Yeah. Let me get this. I think I'm gonna have to stack them. Yeah. All right, I'm still here. This is giving me a little bit of a struggle. I don't blame you if you click off the video by now, because this is not how I normally do this. Alright, come on. We're going to get this in here one way or another, bro. Alright, got it. Alright. Okay. If you look down in there, I'm so sorry. That took longer than... There we go. Alright. I got 2 of them in there. And what we're going to do... fold over the top. Alright, I'm so sorry. So, as you can see, I folded over the top, and then I got that cardboard sleeve on there. And then I'm just going to set it off to the side, and I'm going to let it cook. I'm just going to let it heat up. So, I don't know what happens, but it's a chemical reaction. You pour that water in there, and then it mixes up with that pad in there, and it heats up. And then it heats your food up with it in there. So I'm just going to let it, I can already feel it getting hot. So watch. So, check this out. So, this is the accessories pack. I'll open that up real quick. Alright. Just gonna dump that out. I opened it up. Alright, as I said. So, check it out. We got the gum, and it's just your typical like Winter Fresh mint gum or whatever. There's 2 pieces in there. This stuff used to taste like shit, and they've improved it so much over the years. And then we have your instant coffee. What is it? This is your hold on. Your non-dairy creamer. A little tiny packet of Splenda. Salt. Here we go. Salt. Here we go. Sugar. And some toilet paper. Or you can use as napkins. I thought there would be a moist towelette in here, but apparently there's not. There normally is, but you know, I want to put all those back real quick. Hold on. Because I don't plan on using any of those. I save them for later. And sometimes in those accessory packs you get like a little thing of matches, a little thing of a little thing of Tabasco sauce. I'm gonna set this off to the side. All right, and then I'm gonna set the orange drink off to the side. All right, let's open up these tortillas. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rip them open real quick. All right, so we got 2 tortillas. Here we go. Just 2 6-inch tortillas. They look like they're wheat. Actually, they're corn. They're corn. I don't know. Let's actually hold on. Let's look. Not sure, but they're good. They're good tortillas. They're just your standard tortilla. Anyway, and then so garbage. And then this, and then we got the this is the nut mix, the raisin nut raisin mix. I'm gonna open that up real quick. Well, just as I thought, trail mix. And you got your, chocolate, the raisins, peanuts, some shit, some almonds, yeah, just your typical trail mix. Oh well. I'll set it off to the side. Eat it later. Not bad. There's no salt to it. There's really no flavoring besides like the sweetness from the raisins and the chocolate. They might be M&Ms. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not going to say that they are, and they're not actually M&Ms because, well, I don't want to get sued. Anyway, here's your cheese spread. Let's open that up real quick. But before opening it, you should always knead it with your hand because some of it might have separated. And you got the oils in there. But, it's not like real cheese. It's like that cheese. It's like that cheese that you get in the deluxe craft macaroni cheese packs. That cheese is like that stuff. Like Velveeta cheese, kinda. Hold on. Let's open it. I'm just gonna give it a real quick knead. Alright, here we go. Yep. I opened it up. There it is. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Let's try a little bit. Put a little bit. There you go. See that on my finger? Not bad. Yeah. So it tastes like that, you know, cheese from the macaroni. Anyway, I'm gonna flip that. Let's open this up. I got this. All right, I'm gonna open it up. See how warm it is. Probably not very warm, but we'll find out. All right. Took the cardboard sleeve off. And then pull these out of the bag. All right. As I knew, the taco filling that was closest to the heater is the hotter one. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the rice and beans back in for a little bit while I open up this taco seasoning. Alright, got it back in the bag. Put that cardboard sleeve back over. I'm just gonna set it off to the side. There we go. There it is, right there. Alright. Let's get this taco seasoning open. I mean the taco filling, excuse me. I'm gonna push it down a little bit with my hand and cut it open. Alright. Actually, alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Give me a second. I know. Just bear with me. Rip this bitch open. These ones are actually easier to rip open. Alright, here you go. So you can take a look at it. There is your taco meat. Yeah, it's not even steaming. Alright, well, there's that. Let's go. Alright, let's give it a try. There's my GI spoon that I just opened up. We're gonna alright. Here you go. So you get a look of it on the spoon, and let's give it a try. Yep. Not bad. Just definitely cold. I bet it tastes good. Good flavor. So, there's that. Alright. Yeah. Let's make a real quick taco. Alright, so we got, I took my spoon, I dug it in there. There we go. I dug it in there, and I put some of that on there, and I'm going to take this good old cheese spread. Doesn't want to come out, does it? Alright, put that on there. And then we're going to eat that bitch. Fold that in half like a fucking taco. Not bad. Alright. Let's check on the beans and rice. Set it off to the side, and we're going to cheat a little bit and use the microwave. Alright, sorry, I have to be quiet because people are sleeping. Alright. Get this out real quick. Alright, here we go. There it is. I wonder if that heater is a little bit defective because they're normally hotter. They're normally hotter, but I guess not. Anyway, here's that. Out. I'm gonna push it down and open it up. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. Get my spoon. There is the beans and rice. I know it looks like shit, but let's see if it tastes like shit. Hold on. A good video of that. For being as cold as it is, it's not that bad. That would be for your side. Yeah. That's that. It doesn't taste bad at all, actually. I am still gonna heat it up, but it doesn't taste bad. One more thing I wanted to show you guys. If you notice, it's kind of like a bowl. You know, it's like the pouch. You tear it on the side instead of what you would think would be like the top. You tear it down the side. That way you have like a bowl, you know, because you may not always have a plate. So at least you have a bowl. So you can just walk and eat or however. So, and they did the same thing for the taco filling. Anyways, thank you for listening. I know this video was longer than it normally is tonight, but I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not feeling as good as I normally do, or I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing. Please be gentle. Be very, very gentle. And yeah, I'm always uploading more videos all the time. I hope you guys like this one. Anyways, you guys have yourself a good night, and I love you guys. Thank you. There we go. Here we go. Peace.